Good evening, welcome back to Linnets TV with me, Sam Phillips. Now I'm joined by Run manager Calum McIntyre. Cal, thanks for joining us. A deflating defeat there, really, in the circumstances after a much improved performance on Saturday. How do you feel?
I think really disappointed to lose the game. We felt we might be the team that come and get something here. Obviously, they've played 7 home games in the league, won 7 games. They've been impressive right the way through, and they are, in my opinion, the strongest outfit. I said it all week. A manager that I've got a lot of respect for, as everyone knows, and they just find a way to win. In terms of the performance, I thought we were excellent for more than long spells. If it was a boxing match, it'd have been stopped after 25 minutes. Their bench, when the second goal has hit the net, have turned around and gone, we're winning 2-0. They won't believe their luck that the game has turned, but that isn't a criticism. That is the game, isn't it? The game is about goals. We can have as many chances as we like, as much territory, as many combinations. You've got to put the ball in the net. And for us to have had 4 or 5 more than glorious chances and opportunities in that opening 30 minutes to have not scored and had a bit of misfortune in the post, it really sort of stings. For us, we've got to be better in those spells. 7 minutes apart, the goals. So if you look at that, for us to have been really sort of hit for 6 when the first goal goes in, we've got to find a way to respond, and you can hear it from us: stay in the game, stay in the game, stay in the game. And when it goes 2-0, it becomes very, very difficult. But look, I don't think a team have come here and done that to Marine. I don't think many will. Disappointed to not get any points, but if that is the level of performance against, and I stand by, the best side in the division with the best players, the most experience, really clear about how they want to play football, then I don't think we'll go far wrong.
Now, I know it's a defeat, but as we said, a much improved performance, and we created a hatful of chances. Was it a case of you're not putting your chances away, you don't win a game of football today? Yeah,
absolutely. You've got to have a bit more about you, just to make sure. I think if we score and go 1-0 up, we have something to defend. And I think you look at their confidence at 1-0, where they've gone, right, they're used to leading at home, they're used to being on top. It's the same for us, where actually if we go in front, we're away from home, we feel like we've got something to protect, it might sort of increase our level of performance. But it is rubbish cliches about on another day, and it could have gone either way. We have pushed, like I say, the best side in the division that will win it. I genuinely believe that they'll be promoted as champions, and they'll deserve that for their efforts. You look at what we've been able to push them to do, not many teams will do that, and I take real pride that look at us and where we should be and where we are at the moment, and you can't help but wish that the scoreline reflected how close a game it was, rather than a 7-minute spell where they ran away with it.
And now Saturday we take the short trip over the Mersey Gateway Bridge. I know a couple of people have been asking about any injury updates. I know Jack Welsh has been sort of running round pre-game, and Eden's not too far away. Is there any update on anyone?
Look, I don't do that stuff where I come out and moan about injuries, because I think everyone has got them. But ours have been horrific. We've never been able to pick from anything like a full complement. And what we've had probably for the last 6 weeks is key players in the dynamic of our squad that are A, difficult to replace because of what they bring to the team, but B, you have a difficult scenario replacing them because they will come back. So do you want to become one of these clubs and teams that are constantly rotating players and having a revolving door, and you sort of never get a feel for them? They play 2 games and they disappear. No, we'll try and work with what we've got. You look at Joe Lynch has played Saturday in the second half after being out ill for 2 or 3 days. Louis Hayes ill over the weekend, missed him. Missing a member of staff tonight with illness. James Shaw out on the sidelines. Eden Gumbs, Jack Welch, who's been our best player. Ryan Brook constantly playing through stuff. Rain Hellawell playing through stuff. And I go, other clubs will have them, but for a club like us, it hits us hard. And I think that's where my frustration can come through about time. I want us to be perfect. I want everything to be perfect. I want the corner flags to be perfect, the performances, the interviews, the way the website is, because I tell you what, as a staff, we are pumping absolutely everything, heart and soul. So you know what, if that means I don't always have a smile on my face when things don't go to plan, enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that I want to win football games. I don't want to come and do this and just exist. I want everything to be the best it can possibly be. If that makes me negative at times, if that makes me defeatist, if that makes me all the stuff that I've seen, I'm okay with that. I'm okay as long as people understand I'm putting everything I can into this, for this group of players that I believe in relentlessly, for the club that I've completely adopted as my own. And genuinely, when I go on my Google Maps tonight, you look at my recent location, my most visited destination, and it'll be the Fortress Apex Taxi Stadium, the amount of time that we spend down there. So you know what, on Saturday, the last away game of the calendar year, The group of players, I talk about my efforts and the staff, this group of players have been relentless in terms of what they've tried to put out there. Physically, performances, week after week, up against it, injuries. They deserve a right away following on Saturday. They deserve recognition over the calendar year with everything that's gone on. And look, we'll be doing everything we can in a derby game to make sure that our supporters get the 3 points that their support deserves, because there's two teams there. There's a team on the football pitch that have been brilliant and are so proud to represent this club, and then you've got a set of supporters that once again tonight were brilliant for us, that we want to make sure we put some smiles on their faces on Saturday. It'll all be alright.
Perfect. Well, thanks a lot, Callum. We'll speak to you again on Saturday.